Here is saying b is equal to 9 and a has to be greater than 0 in the equation above, and what is the value of a? Okay, so a couple of different things that I can do for this one. One thing that I can do is use my answer choice question saying what's the value of a. A either has to be 3, 4, 5, or 6. So what I can do is take each one of these individual answer choices, replace it for a there, and see when I plug these numbers in which one gives me 0. So let's start with that. I'm going to rewrite this over here, so this will be 3a squared plus 6 minus 9 because it tells me the value b is 9, so I replace that. Now let's throw an answer choice a with just 3 in there. So 3 squared, that'll be that, times 3 plus 6. So that'll give me 3 squared is 9, 9 times 3 is 27, 27 plus 6 is 33. Square root of 33 minus 9, does that equal 0? No. So I know a is not going to be my answer. Now this gives me a hint towards something else. This number needs to be 9 because 9 minus 9 is 0. So the other thing that I'm thinking is this needs to be square root of 81 because square root of 81 is 9. 9 minus 9 is 0. Okay, so now this was answer choice A right here. Let's move on to the answer choice B. Answer choice B is saying 4 for the value of A. So let's get the 4 in there. So it'll be 3 times 4 squared plus 6 minus 9. 4 squared is 16. 16 times 3 is 48. 48 plus 6 is 54. So square root of 54 minus 9. Again, square root of 54 is not 9, so B is not going to work. Let's go to C. So that will be 3 times 5 squared plus 6 minus 9. 5 squared is 25. 25 times 3 is 75. And 75 plus 6 is 81. Now, square root of 81 is 9. And 9 minus 9 is 0. So I know that C works, and C will be my answer. So if you're stuck on this problem, cannot figure out how to do it algebraically, think of how you can use these answer choices right here. Plug those into the actual problem and see which one works out. So that's a way out of understanding. If you don't understand how to do the problem properly, then you can do this. But if you would give me another 30 seconds, I'll show you how to do this problem the proper algebraic way, which is actually not that hard either. So let me get this stuff out of the way. And let's rewrite this problem here. So it'll be 3a squared plus 6 minus 9 equals 0. All I did was replace the b with 9. Now see that 9? Let's bring that to the other side. So it'll become 3a squared plus 6 equals 9. Now I don't like square roots, so square this. Opposite of square roots is squaring. So if I square the left side, I have to square the right side. Now this square cancels out the square root there. So I'm left with 3a squared plus 6 equals 81 because 9 squared is 81. And now let's subtract 6. I'm going to be left with 3a squared equals 75. Divide both sides by 3. A squared will equal 25. And then square root both sides over here. So a will equal 5. Well, a will essentially equal plus or minus 5. But see how this is saying a is greater than 0. And the only answer choice that will work is 5. So if a squared equals 25, you know that a has to be 5.